Hey guys, I'm back in the car. I'm back in the car. I'm going to pick up the kids and I thought perfect time to be vlogging. I wanted to go over the books that I have been reading. I have been religiously reading like a book a day, not book a day, a book a month. I talked about it before, but I use, it's really hot in here. I use Audible, and because I just don't have time to read a physical book. Hello? Anyway, I don't have time to read a physical book, so audiobook is the way to go for me. And I pretty much get a credit a month, which is a book a month, and I think it's like $16 a month or something like that. So I've been reading a book a month because what I do is I tend to read when I go on my daily walks, so I could get in pretty much an hour a day of reading or listening. And then on the weekends I tend to clean the house on Saturdays and do laundry while Mo and the kids go to soccer, so I'm able to listen to my book for a few hours, which is awesome. So I've been getting in my reading that way, pretty much through audio books, okay, which I highly recommend, because us business owners don't have time. Okay, anyway, sorry for the bad lighting. So I've been reading nonstop, and I want to go over the books I have been reading. Some I finished, some I did not, because I got enough of the point to make it impactful. So I'm going to be going over which ones I recommend to you. Again, they're audiobooks, so they're on my phone with the Audible app. You could download the app, it's for free, but obviously if you want a subscription, like I said, I think it's like $16 a month or something. I'll put a link down below. I think the link down below will give you a month free. I'm not really sure, but if you use the link down below, it gives me credit, which is awesome. It doesn't cost you anything extra. All right, so my book recommendations. I'm gonna go to my library, and then after that, I'm going to share with you some of my books on my wish list, all right? So, what's up with my hair? All right, so I'm gonna start from back. And I don't know when's the last time I told you about book recommendations, probably been a while. One of them is The 5-Second Rule by Mel Robbins. This is one of the books I did not finish. I got through most of it, and I found it to be very impactful, but I didn't need to continue listening to it. It's one of those books where there's one major point, and every shape, form, or whatever, they try to, you know, drive the point home, which I love those books depending on what the point is. If the point that they're trying to make is new to me, I might need to hear case studies and ways it works and yada yada yada. In this case, I didn't, because this is not new to me. I mentioned it in my vlog before that I have a method called Just Do It, and that method is when I'm not in the mood to do something, I literally just do it. Like today, I've been working on SEO, and some days it's harder than others because I don't want to do it, but I know I needed to, and so as usual, I need to always do things that's on my to-do list. But I was almost not going to do it, and then I was like, no, just do it, just get started, pretty much, just do it, etc. And so I did, and of course now I'm moving and grooving with SEO. This book, The 5-Second Rule, has the same concept. The concept is you know, just count backwards from 5, like 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then just go. That, like, counting motion or count off, and then, you know, that last moment, I don't know how to explain it, but it makes you, no, you're supposed to just go ahead and do it. By doing it, you're training yourself to, you know, to get things done. I'm not articulating it correctly. It's a great book. It's a great book because I used this and I never knew it was called something, or somebody called it something like this. I'm sure there's other variations of it out in the world. I thought I invented it. You know, but I didn't. But I find it to be very useful, and it kind of reiterated the book, what I already know or knew and have already used. But if you're not used to that concept, the thing I just mentioned, I would highly recommend it. The 5-Second Rule by Mel Robbins. I'll link all these books down below, books I've read and books I want to read. So, You Are a Badass at Making Money is another book. I have finished that book. It is fantastic. It's on my list to re-listen to. I didn't yet, but it is, if you're into the law of attraction, this is a great book, especially if you're in the law of attraction and you're a business owner. It is not a book I particularly remember being, you know, actionable too much. There are some action points in there for you to take action, for you to do things to take action. That's great. I felt like because of the way I learn, I need to be leaded more. However, I'm really good at reading between the lines and problem solving, so I didn't necessarily need that, but it would have helped. Nonetheless, You Are a Badass at Making Money by Jen Sincero. I loved her original book, You Are a Badass. And so it is not, you know, unusual that I like her other book. She has a few others, by the way. I recommend this one because, you know, I originally in my Macy's job made, how much did I make? 56,000 a year, I think. I forget. Yeah, 56,000, I think, or 52. I don't know. And here I am making in revenue $500,000, and it's a very profitable business. So I'm doing really well. And so a lot of things that she spoke about resonated with me, of things I already do but I didn't know I was already doing. And I'm a firm believer in that. You know, if I have the capabilities of making a lot of money, so do you. But of course, it's just not given to you. There are things you should be doing. I initially wanted to listen to the book or read the book because I wanted to know how I could grow more with money, and I definitely found it very insightful. I have a hard time articulating things, so I'm not going to be able to reiterate the book here, but I highly recommend it if you are in the business of making money, which, you know, if you're on your own, if you're an entrepreneur, you absolutely are. I think there are some money mindset blocks that some people have that this book will help with if you actually utilize it. I found it insightful for myself. Some things I already knew, some things I definitely need to work on. Anyway, so that's another book I read or listened to and I finished. Highly recommend. Another one is a finance book, okay? This one is called I Will Teach You to Be Rich by Ramit Sethi. He is a finance guy I've been following for quite some time now. He is very much my style when it comes to delivering content. He's very rough around the edges. He's probably a little bit too rough sometimes, but nonetheless, rough around the edges, straightforward, etc. And so I really connect with that. So that's why I follow him. Anyway, so this book is like, I don't know, not even that costly at all, but I got it on audio. It is so fantastic when it comes to finance. Now, for the record, what I feel is like 80% of the book I didn't need to listen to because I already have a lot of things in order when it comes to finance, such as I have no debt, I have savings, like a lot of the things that he claims in the major part of the book that people struggle with, I don't. I found it refreshing to hear. I'm like a content whore. I like to like listen, you know, I don't know why, it just helps. But reiterate what I already know and I'm doing well. However, I find that not everybody's in that same situation. So I feel like this will be a really great book to recommend. Why? Because it's easy to understand. He breaks it down for you. Guys, it is, I mean, you could probably get a copy for free from your local library. I would highly recommend listening or reading his book. Because of those points, the debt part, and you know, working on a plan to save and all this stuff. Now, what I found to be interesting was the part of investing. I am educating myself more and more on investing, retirement, and all that jazz. And I thought he'd be that would be a great book to get into to see if it was, you know, it was helpful to me, and it really was. It broke it down so well, it was kind of scary. So Highly recommend it. Finance. Okay, let's move on. And by the way, I'm still doing research and educating myself on investing in you know, retirement. I might do a video on what my plans are for retirement. If you want to see that video, comment down below, let me know. And yeah, so another book. This book is about the law of attraction. This is not meant for everyone. If you are a person who has an open mind, you guys know who you are, then this book will be great. If you know you don't have an open mind, okay, then this book would not be great. Okay, so this book is called The Secret. Some of you may have heard of this book, some of you have not, may have not. I highly recommend it. It's one of my books that I'll be listening to on repeat. Where is it? Okay, yeah, and I finished this book, by the way, it's finished. And I plan on repeating it very soon. I found it to be so motivating and uplifting. I felt after I listened to it, I could walk through walls. Okay, so maybe not so much, but I felt very empowered. I felt very in charge of my life. And I know I am, by the way. I found that when I was introduced to the law of attraction, which some people call LOA, I found out the things that they talk about are things I've actually already done, but didn't know I was doing it, okay? So if you're out there saying this is all woo-woo stuff, I really urge you to listen. I think where most people fail when it comes to law of attraction is that they think it's just about thinking and not actually doing. I feel like law of attraction works because they say thoughts are things, and the reason why I believe thoughts become things is because your actions after you think it and believe it and etc. and visualize it will start to reflect, it will start to reflect in your actions, okay? Again, more about that another time because I can't articulate myself right now. I have to be well prepared. Also, you can tell I'm in a car, so I haven't like really thought this video out. But The Secret I found to be really helpful to remind me that I could do anything. Sounds corny, but it's true, and I know it's true because the reality is I've done what I've done up until now, of course with the help of my family and stuff, but it wasn't due to luck. I don't think LOA, law of attraction, lends itself to luck, but lends itself to a few other things such as thinking and believing, and then of course my actions reflect that. Anyway, I highly recommend that book as well. I found the voice person to be very easy to listen to. I found that there are quotes in the book after each, I think, chapter. I found that to be super amazing. I saw the reviews, some people didn't like that, that's fine. I absolutely loved it. It felt like the things that she was talking about, I think it's a lady, yeah, Rhonda Byrne, things that she was talking about, it just made sense. It made sense. Okay, more about that, maybe another video. Yeah, okay. So, next book. I have so many books to go over, guys. Probably needs another video. It's okay. The next one is a 10x Rule by Grant Cardone. I didn't finish reading the whole book, listening to the whole book. Why? Because I believe I understood the concept by listening to the first couple chapters. I don't know how long I got into it. Let's see.
Recent real estate meltdown.
Okay, I'm on chapter 14. And it's out of chapter, where is it?
News of contraction should...
I'm on chapter 14 out of 23. So I'm pretty much halfway. I felt like I understood the concept. It's pretty much, you know, if you want big results, instead of, you know, trying to do the stuff to get your 100K a year, do 10 times that amount. And it's not really, I think, about quantity, it's about quality as well. 10 times the quality of work. So if I need to do XYZ to make 50K this month, and it's just an example, I don't make 50K a month, but you know, it's important that I 10x my efforts, 10x my quality, 10x everything, because what may happen is I will of course exceed that goal. Nobody's complaining if you exceed the goal, and you may find that you just met it, because you're not going to always execute everything perfectly. And by 10xing it, 10xing all your efforts, you may find you've met your goal. Some people, they reach to achieve a goal and they don't meet it, but if they 10x'd it, they would have met it. I found it to be helpful. I think I'm gonna finish this book because I feel like there might be some other points in it that may help me, because I need to know more about how I could 10x things. I'm a very good problem solver, so I could probably figure out if I break it down, and I will. I've done things to help me 10x, you know, my, you know, approach to business. So maybe not 10x, but like 5x. But I found that this is super helpful. And the only thing I would probably want to read more about is that to kind of break it down for me. I mean, I could do it myself, but it would be helpful if he does it for me. Also is, you know, I'm too exhausted to do 10x of something, and sometimes I'm very well aware I don't want to. That piece of the book may not be helpful for me, especially somebody's like, hey, I can't make you do what you don't want to do. But if you want to get some great results, 10x it. I just want to get that component of, oh my God, 10x with what I'm already doing seems insane. I know there's ways. I just don't know those ways yet. So I would hope finishing the book will help me understand how I could 10x things, whether that be outsourcing, whatever. I just really need a good plan. Anyway, that book I'm probably gonna finish. The guy that's the audio guy, I think he's Grant Cardone. He's very rough around the edges too. I relate to that, but I just feel like there's no off button. I'm okay with that, I think. Anyway, not enough time, guys. Okay, I have a few more books and then I'm gonna wrap this up. I can't do what books on my reading list, but I'll do that in another video. Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. I believe this book was written in the 1920s, FYI, something like that. And it has such fantastic reviews, so many reviews, millions of copies sold, blah, 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 all the fantastic stuff. And I find that a lot of entrepreneurs, successful entrepreneurs that give me their book list, I found that this is on their book list often. And I'm like, what's this book about? I listened to it. I did not finish it. Actually, I have 40 minutes left. You could tell the book was wrapping itself up. So technically speaking, I did finish it. I could tell it was just like ending the 40 minutes. Anyway, so I highly recommend this book. It is not for everyone. It's in the line of Law of Attraction, FYI. But it focuses more on the action part of the Law of Attraction. Law of Attraction, like I mentioned, it's about thinking things and they will become, but people forget that the reason why people think has bad connotation with Law of Attraction is because they forget that there's an action part of doing. I cannot think a rich life and then just sit on my bed the whole entire day. Okay, it doesn't work that way. So, Think and Grow Rich is almost similar, it's not similar, but it's almost in the same line of You Are a Badass at Making Money. It's a money book, but for Law of Attraction. However, this book has been around forever. I found it to be very helpful in breaking down steps. Okay, this is one of the books I want to reread as well, and I pretty much finished it. It gives you a set of, I forgot how many, 13, 21, I don't know how many the steps are, and it is so incredibly insightful. Here's the coolest part. It's been written like a million years ago, not really, 1920, whatever, a long time ago, and I find the stuff still very, very relevant. Okay, so that's amazing. Okay, highly recommend it. Again, if you're in business and you're in the business of making money, I give you a lot of book recommendations. I'll probably prioritize them in just a second for you to read. Okay, so that's another one. Again, there's principles in it that always are going to work, and so you don't have to even keep an open mind with that. I think if you just simply listen to it or read it, implement the stuff it's teaching you, and go for it. That's it. All right, I have two more books, guys. One I'm in the middle of reading right now, which I'm gonna talk about last, and then one I just finished. The one I just finished, I absolutely love so much that I got the book, okay? Why did I get the book? Let me explain the downside of Audible. I love Audible. I don't have time to read books, so I listen to them. It's amazing for my life. And because of my ADD, I tend to skip over words in reading, so it's actually very, very helpful because it may take me a little bit longer to finish an actual book than listening to it. So the reason why I got the book is because the issue with Audible. The issue with Audible is when you have really good points that you've listened to, especially in business books, guys, how do you go back and highlight? There's like a feature on here where you could like take a snippet of a voice, like a piece of it, 30-second snippet, and save it. I'm not gonna go refer back to that. I wanna be able to go to a book and skim through it and find the pieces that I find very insightful. FYI, I bought something. I'll link it down below. I know I'm gonna be obsessed with it. It's called page markers. They're not post-it notes. They are thin metal page markers. I again will put a link down below. I'll probably try to put a photo right here if I remember to do so. They're so cool. So I got them. They're on their way this week. Yeah, this week from Amazon, of course. And it lets me mark important pieces of the book. Now, so I got the hard copy. What is this book? It's called The Millionaire Fast Lane. Don't let the book, do you see it? Don't let the title of the book scare you. It scared me originally when I heard one of my favorite YouTubers recommend it. I was like, why? Why this spammy, scammy book? That's what it sounds like, The Millionaire Fast Lane. It says, Crack the Code to Wealth and Live a Rich Life for a Lifetime by MJ DeMarco. In fact, I think that's his pen name. I don't think that's his real name. Anyway, so what is this book about? I can't even sum it up into words. And by the way, okay, I highly recommend this book if you are an entrepreneur. Oh my God, kids are coming out. I might have to continue this in a second when I park in the house. If you're an entrepreneur, if you are an entrepreneur that wants to make more passive income, I think that's where it's really geared towards. Okay, kids are coming out. I'll be right back. Okay guys, I'm back. I even know where I left off. Anyway, so The Millionaire Fast Lane. Don't let the scammy book title scare you. Yes, so what is it about? It is perfect for the entrepreneur who wants to set up passive income streams. It's also perfect for people who don't want to wait till retirement to retire, who don't want to live their life for retirement. You know how you like work your entire life just so you could retire? Well, why do that? Why enjoy your life when you're 65? Why not enjoy it sooner? I think if we all had a choice, we probably want to enjoy it sooner. This book focuses on becoming a millionaire faster than retirement age, and that's if you're even a millionaire by retirement age, okay? So it doesn't give you the basic, which I absolutely love, the basic advice of investing. You know, I said it earlier that I might want to do a separate video on my retirement plans. As a self-employed person, I'll give you a snippet right now that I'm kind of scared, not scared. I am not against. I'm not favoring the path of investing, 401k, yada, yada, yada. More about that in another video. So I know that this book does not focus on that. So, that's that. Now, what I absolutely love, and this is why I ordered a copy, there are pieces in each chapter, especially toward the end. It says chapter summary. And so it gives you the distinctions of a fast lane millionaire type of business, or type of mindset or whatever. Pretty much a summary after end of each chapter. That's awesome. As number one. Number two is there was a whole bunch of golden nuggets in the audio, and I'm like, how am I supposed to remember this? I have horrible memory, by the way. That's why I'm probably the most worst person to do a book summary or a book YouTube video recommended type of a video, because I have a hard time remembering things even though I know I enjoyed it. Anyway, so that's that. And then I want to remember these golden nuggets. And so that's why I got those page markers to put in. So I'm gonna mark up the book without actually marking it up because I'm a book lover. I don't like writing in books. I think it's okay to write in books. I personally don't want to. I worry that, I don't know, I can't explain it. So I'm gonna use the page markers. They're like so cheap. They're like 11 bucks for like 125 of them. That's so cheap, you know. So well worth it. I don't think I'll use 125 of them in one book, so it'll be fine. And I find that there's pieces in here that is much more actionable than general business books. I'm a very good problem solver. I can read between the lines a lot of times if you give me a moment to study it and figure out. I'm really good at figuring out something and how to apply it to me. It may take me a minute, but that's what I do. And so I found that buying the book will help me, so I could go back again, use my page markers to mark up the book with those little golden nuggets, and then refer back to it when the time is right and when I need to. And so he focuses highly on passive income. You guys know, maybe you don't know, I love passive income. My whole business, you know, this part of my business models that are passive and some are not. Even if that means I build up my e-commerce business for people to run it for me and I just sit back and collect money. I don't think I'll ever do that, but there are ways to make a lot of business models passive, and he kind of breaks down, he just breaks it down so beautifully, guys. I can't explain it. I really recommend this. It says you'll learn more in 2 days from this book than you will in 2 years of a business college courses, and it's 1/100th of the price. 1/100th of the price. It's absolutely 100% true. Everybody knows, I think, that, you know, I got a college degree in business marketing. I think it was like a bachelor's in science and specialized in marketing. Nothing, I don't even remember what I learned in there, but nothing I learned is relevant now. And marketing keeps changing, business keeps changing, okay? And so I swear to God, I found that if you have a smart mindset, you don't have to even freaking go to college. I hate to say that, I'm just gonna say it. More about that in another video. This book teaches so much of it. Actually, many of these books, guys, I am an avid reader, listener, whatever you want to call it. And I tell you, I read a book a month, if not more. And if I finish a book before I have another credit on Amazon, I will re-listen to a book, sometimes bits and pieces of it. Anyway, I highly recommend this book if you are first of all, if you're not scared of hard work, if you want to live a rich life before you retire. And I will say that for me, that's important because I'm currently living a rich life before I retire, and I want to know how I could do even more. So yeah, I still go, you know, I still work from 8 to 4 every day, besides the weekends. And once in a while I pop in a weekend and work, I get that. But I still have greatly improved my life and my workload, and I enjoy my work. That's great, but I wanna have more free time. I wanna be smarter. This guy makes, I mean, it's, you know, different business models, but different business types, but he makes 6 figures each month. And, you know, maybe my idea won't be as grand as his. That's fine, or might be better. I don't know. But there's something to be said about somebody who's done that and also knows how to teach it right. Anyway, recommend this book. I got it on Audible, just finished it not too long ago, and then order the book. I'm gonna be marking it up like crazy with my page markers. Yes, yes, yes. Guys, he breaks down certain things, so I can't stop talking about it, that is so helpful. And there was not one thing I rolled my eyes at in here when I read it. I knew people are gonna roll their eyes at it. But if you find anything in this book that makes you roll your eyes, this book's not right for you. Meaning, you're not destined to be in the millionaire fast lane. That's my opinion, whatever. All right. Because I feel like if I gave this book to somebody I know, the name shall be not revealed, thinking of a specific person in mind, they might just roll their eyes at me. And guess what? I'm on my path to the millionaire fast lane. I know I am. And that person's not even close to it. So, you know, it's not right for everyone. And indeed, he actually says it in the book, and it's very much my style. He'll call up people and go, you know what? He sold millions and millions of copies of this book, and he knows most people won't actually take the advice because they keep thinking that they don't want to do the work. Okay? Love it. All right. So what's the last book I'm going to recommend? And then I'll let you guys go. It's on my Audible book. I'm listening to it now. In fact, as soon as they wrap this vlog up, I'm going to go for my walk and continue listening to it. I've been such, again, I'm gonna use the word contentor, that I keep like listening to it on any free time I have. It is his other book. Oops. Okay, it just came on. It's his other book. I wish he was the one reading the audio to it. It's not him, it's somebody else, but it's still great. It's still great. I just really connect with his voice. Anyway, this book is called Unscripted. I don't know if you guys see it. Yeah, Unscripted. Life, Liberty, and the Pursuit of Entrepreneurship. It focuses on, if I'm not mistaken, I'm on chapter 26. The chapters are small, by the way, that's why I'm on chapter 26. I'm on chapter 26 out of 54. Unscripted focuses on the idea that you've been scripted your whole life, meaning people expect you to grow up, do this, go to college, 401k, get a job, 9 to 5, stuck in traffic, this and that, and then all of a sudden you have this life that you're miserable, you hate, you know, you're paying your bills, you know, college debt. Like, everybody is scripted. And so, oh, neighbors are next door, they might think I'm talking to myself. This is good old days when Dad used to get paranoid. Anyway, I always I did it accidentally, followed the path of, I'm acting like I'm talking on the phone. I always followed the, no, this sounds stupid. Okay. I always followed the path of not following a script because I just fell into owning a business. It just worked out, then going to etc. And so when I quit my job, you know, awesome enough that my parents weren't against it. My brothers were, which was weird. They were like, you know, what about 401k? What about health insurance? Blah, blah, blah. Anyway, now it's just, I can't imagine life without it because I make so much more than my other job. I get so much more freedom. My income potential is grand, etc. and so forth. So this is to help you, and I haven't finished the book, right? I'm still in it. So I can't tell you everything about it yet, but I guess it goes over, you know, the script that you've been, you know, trained to follow, and it helps you, I guess, break out of the script. And it actually says in the preface, okay, I don't want my neighbors to look at me. It says in the preface that I think, is that what it's called? Preface? The content right before the book starts, that it's gonna pretty much give you like a formula or something, or it breaks it down for you on how to live an unscripted life. So that's really cool. I already currently do so, but I want to continue doing so even more. I'm very well aware that I don't know what I don't know, meaning there's always something I don't know, and I'm willing to learn. And so while I'm currently living an unscripted life, I want to know more to even optimize that even further. Highly recommend it so far. And that's that. I have to go because I need to go walk and continue listening to the book. I might have to do a follow-up video to this about the things that are on my book list. But I hope you enjoy this, guys. I just want to, because I haven't talked to you in a while about book recommendations, I want to show you books that I'm reading or have read, and I recommend them. There's probably, I know, a few more, a whole bunch more that I have not mentioned here, but I'll do another video in addition to telling you the books I want to read on my wish list. So I'll do another video. So yeah, comment down below if you want to see a video on my retirement plans. That was one of the ideas I had. I probably am still gonna do, regardless of what you comment down below. And I think there was another one that I might have wanted to do. Oh, a video on law of attraction, I think. We shall see. Anyway, guys, I'll let you go. Again, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you're new, I should have said this before, then subscribe if you're new. And then everybody, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and I will see you in my next video. Okay? Bye, guys.